All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 681. I'm your host, CheapyD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a famous podcast host who actually thinks you should get vaccinated, Wombat.
I'm already double dosed. Double dosed. That's what they call me down at the gym that I've never been to.
They just see you walking by. They're all working out inside. They see this guy walking by and they say, hey, that's double dosed.
That's double dose. When they say double D's, I assume they mean double dose.
Right. This is weird. Woo! Welcome to the show, everybody. Shipwreck, what do you have to say about Wombat's double D's?
Not a whole lot. I prefer not to think about that.
I can't tell if Wombat looks smaller or he got a haircut or both.
Both.
Definitely got a haircut.
Yeah. I didn't just get a haircut. I got the home haircut.
The Floby without the Floby.
I got my wife yelling at me, your hair is out of control. And I said, then you cut it. And she said, fine. And here we are.
Yep.
So
it's hard to see. It sort of blends in with the background. It basically you look like, well, now we can see. Oh, wow.
It's very short.
That's
it's
a
very
buzz.
Flobied. Yeah.
That was a buzz cut, but not a buzz kill.
What setting on the vacuum did you go with there?
I believe it's a 12.
I believe he went with the Gomer Pyle setting from Full Metal Jacket.
I like it. I like it a lot. My son hates it tremendously. I'm like, it'll grow back in like a week. So.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Looks fine.
Looks fine. It's literally hair. So who cares?
Well, I don't know.
No one cares.
Well, welcome to the show, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Something else that no one cares about.
Nope.
But I don't know. We didn't do a show last week. Why didn't we do a show? We hadn't had a week off in a long time.
Yeah, we were down a host because one of us was away on a business trip, me or you.
That is true. That was the
reason.
impetus.
Yes.
That was the main reason. And we're like, okay, let's take a breather, you and I.
Right. We need a week off from talking to each other.
Exactly.
It's too much.
Yeah.
I need to watch more TV with my wife. 1 extra hour of television.
Mm-hmm.
Which you'll hear about later. Which will pay off, man. It's going to pay off.
I can't wait.
Fantastic.
Well, there's some big news in the world of the CAGcast gaming, but I don't know if it's too early in the show to get to it. Wombat.
I mean, I thought we were going to save that for its place.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right. I have a question for you.
Okay.
I was at a store today and I need you to just decipher something for me. So an employee at the store, I was online and the employee at the store said to me, hey, you look, he said, do you play sports? Okay, it was an older man. And he asked me if I played sport. That was basically the first thing that he said to me. He's like, hey, do you play sports?
You said, yes, I love sports.
I play sports. I don't care who knows.
And he said, are you a soccer player? You play soccer or something? And I was like, that's the first time that someone's ever said that to me. I grew up like almost every day. Somebody would say, do you play basketball? Until I was like 18.
I mean, you look like someone who could be a soccer player.
What does that mean? I
think it's the clothing that you're wearing.
I was wearing this.
That's soccer clothes and you're skinny and tall. And that's like a soccer player look.
There's a lot more bald white guys in soccer than there are in basketball.
That is 100% true.
Day and age.
Okay. Well, I will say that this gentleman was African American, and I was actually glad that he didn't ask if I played basketball because I'm so sick of that.
Did you think he was going to challenge you right then and there, or
to soccer?
To basketball.
He didn't mention basketball. He never mentioned basketball. He said soccer.
Did you mention the question? Really,
you know the answer already. You know the answer.
You went, no, I play recreational table tennis.
Not recreational table tennis.
Oh, I am a ranked table tennis player.
Competitive table tennis.
Maybe that's pro-am where you know me from.
I will use any chance I get to evangelize for table tennis. So when the guy asked me if I play sports, and then say soccer specifically, I said, well, I played soccer till I was 13, but now I play, semi-competitive table tennis, and I find that it's a good workout. But I'm a little too tall. That's my rap. When I'm rapping table tennis to complete strangers, make them feel at ease. I'll say because they may feel like I have an advantage or something, but I let them know actually I have a little disadvantage, like a little too tall. And
How was his reaction to the table tennis talk?
Yeah, Ed Jones.
I don't know who Ed Jones is.
Too tall.
Okay. He's not table tennis though.
No.
Basketball.
Football.
Shit. I was so close. He seemed interested, and there was another guy with him, and he seemed less interested, but he seemed generally interested. And he said, "Oh, the table's low, so you got to bend over, and it must make it harder." So he came up with that himself. So he was engaged in the conversation. I don't think I sold him anything. I don't think he's going out to play ping pong though anytime soon. I don't think I sold him that much, but you never know.
Okay. Good. Congratulations. I don't know where I'm supposed to go.
I don't know
this.
either. That's the first time I'm a soccer. Now maybe I feel like I have a soccer player body, I think is what I should really take away.
You do have a soccer player body. I could have told you that.
Check this shit out. Wait till I take my shirt off. You'll take that right.
You don't have to do that.
It's
Soccer players do that. They just take their shirts off.
I know.
And they go like this, male and female.
Do they have hairy bellies that hang?
Yes, male and female.
Look, you can see it sort of moving a little.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the highlight of my day today. Thank you.
Nice.
Speaking of highlights, should we do some show feedback so we could hear about the highlights from previous shows?
Sure. I mean, these are over 2-week-old comments.
Who cares?
I care.
No one cares. Just read the thing. You prepared it. You should read it.
I did. Doc Sampson has to say, just continue to do the opposite of what Wombat says regarding most movies, and you'll be good. Bill and Ted 3 is awesome. Yeah, whatever I say, don't see it. I really enjoy The Godfather 1 and 2 and Jaws. I was actually talking about that this week with my son.
He said most movies.
I like RoboCop. I like the Goonies still.
Goonies?
I pretty much like, if there's a movie that's universally liked, generally speaking, I'm going to like it.
Right.
It's not like I hate that many things.
Bill and Ted 3 rubbed you the wrong way. That's it.
Yeah, I know. It's not like, I like how he drew his line in the sand, though, based on my opinion of
Bill and Ted 3.
Bill and Ted 3.
Well, let me ask you a serious question. Do you have strong feelings towards the Bill and Ted franchise? Like when you...
Oh, yeah, I love the first one. And the second one, actually.
Well, then why'd you wait so long to see the third one?
Because I was waiting so I didn't have to pay for it.
Checks out.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Fair enough. I will watch it when it comes to Netflix.
Although I did see the first two in the theater. So I guess there is that.
It's a different world now, Wombat.
I know. I saw the first two in the theater in, what was the first one, 1987 or something crazy?
I did too. Don't brag.
No, I'm just saying, that was a long time ago. I remember
We're
it
old.
was cool. Yeah.
Excuse me. Oh, sorry. Me again.
Oh.
What else we got in show feedback?
Sean Nola had to say, I'm surprised Wombat didn't push Shipwreck more on his disinterest in the Doobie Brothers. Having met both Shipwreck and Skunk Baxter at conventions, I can tell you that they both have a lot in common. They both have excellent beards. They've both worked on helicopters. Skunk Baxter coded the guidance system for the Apache Hellfire missile, and they have both ended conversations with him after asking dumb personal questions. So, are you familiar with the life and times of one Jeff Skunk Baxter?
No.
No, I'm not.
He is the lead guitarist of the Doobie Brothers, as well as many a Steely Dan track. He quit music to be a weapons expert for the U.S. government.
Wow.
Where I think he still has. He's worked for the government under, I think, like 6 presidents or something crazy like that. Yeah, he's a interesting fellow.
Wow.
Yeah.
This sounds like a documentary in the making.
There should be a Jeff Baxter documentary because he's a hell of a guitarist and clearly a genius. I think his politics might be a little different than mine for sure. But
you mean somebody that went from being a musician to designing missiles?
Yeah.
Might be a little bit different, lean a little bit differently than you.
Just a smidge. But
are you saying designing missiles isn't in keeping with the whole Doobie Brothers philosophy?
Isn't that the weirdest thing? And he still had, I think when they were going to do their reunion tour, I believe he was going to come back. for that too. But
He's
yeah,
going to ride a bomb down from a plane and come
Yeah.
on stage rocking out.
He's a really good guitarist. But yeah, one of the best. Yet a interesting character. He wears a beret and he has a mustache that goes like a big fluffy handlebar mustache.
Like the Mythbusters guy?
Yes.
Is it the same guy? Because that
he's
guy
like-
probably can
it's
make
like-
missiles too.
It's like proto Mythbusters guy.
Interesting.
I know.
Shipwreck,
Yeah.
you should become a musician.
Yeah, you could go the
I-
reverse path.
Okay, I'll try that.
Mhm.
I'll
What's
let you
your
know how it goes?
what instrument are you the best at?
You could triangle it. Would Jason let you on tour with a triangle?
What I have no instrument that I
You have
can
no
play.
you have no musical instrument experience whatsoever?
No,
Nothing?
I have sports experience,
But not
I was
even
playing
like-
the sports.
Not even like one piano lesson.
Shipwreck
No.
had a girlfriend when he was a sophomore in high school and literally never looked back. Why would he need to learn to play a musical instrument? Because that's literally the only reason.
A
To get-
sophomore.
A sophomore in high school, right? Or was it a sophomore or a junior?
Are you talking about my wife?
Yes.
No. She was a sophomore, maybe.
Yeah.
I was older. Maybe she was a freshman. I don't remember. But no, I
Not
I
that
can
much.
play-
He's not
I
that,
can play
you're not that much older
guitar.
than her, but
I can play guitar a little bit.
Right.
That's about it. But it's all like self-taught,
Okay.
and I don't know. I like in the fraternity house, I would have a guitar and Jason would have a guitar, and then I decided I didn't need to have this guitar anymore.
yeah,
This
that
was
makes
not
sense.
me.
Right. You should have, but if you were smart, well, you are smart, but you could have picked up some other instrument and like whatever Jason needed at the time, you could be like, oh, maybe I could figure that out and just like sort of slide in there. But
When
you had
I
your own
was
thing
in
going
when
on.
I was in college, one of my roommates was a better guitarist than I was, and I wasn't going to try to compete with him. So what I did was I brought my bass from home, and I would just play bass.
Yeah, that's
when
what I'm saying.
Yeah, and I'm saying I was corroborating your story
Right.
with actual evidence that yes, that is
Shipwreck was
something that
designing
works.
missiles instead.
Right. Do you know what I did in music class?
Missiles?
I ran the board because I didn't like any of the music stuff. So I was the guy who learned how to run the board.
Right.
And then
So-
I never did music class after I don't know what, 8th grade? I didn't have any high
Sounds
school
about
music
right.
classes.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I
You guys
didn't
were.
either. Sounds
Nice.
good.
Now we know Shipwreck's musical history. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
It-
You've
it's-
learned a
that's-
lot today.
That's all of it. That's really all of it.
Short.
I had an organ growing up. I could turn on the different switches that made all the different beats.
Skin flute.
It was on there.